It's your boy Nick Lodi. Welcome back home. This home, we call it home. Yeah, if you are subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And today I need to talk about one of the interested videos that have been on my race recently. Yeah, so today I need to talk about Lamine Yamal. So it's crazy. This is the world of football, and if you are a fan of football in the world, man, and you have not hit the subscription button, you need to hit that red button and subscribe. Let's get 100k subscribers before the end of this year, man. Let's get 100k subscribers before the end of this year. So this week there have been the World Cup qualifiers. Okay, there have been the World Cup qualifiers. Countries have been playing the World Cup qualifiers for 2026. So there was a game in Turkey. Turkey, they were playing against Spain, and Turkey, they were home, man. So it's crazy. After Spain, they had to go to Turkey and play their game, which they won. As an Arsenal player, my Arsenal player, they won. Is it 4-0? 4-0. My Arsenal player having scored a hat-trick. You know who I'm talking about. I don't want Manchester United and Chelsea players and Tottenham players to start saying that I'm bragging. But you know, we are still afraid. This man scoring too many goals. Arteta might insist continue using him as a striker. But no problem. We as Arsenal, we have 3 strikers right now. One for Champions League, one for the league, for the EPL, and another one for the FA. But there's this guy who's scoring hat-tricks right here. We have 4 strikers. sorry. We have 4 strikers. Let's get the point. Let's get back the point. So Spain traveled to Turkey to go and play their game, of which they won 4-0. So it was time for the Spain players. The game is over. It's time for the Spain players to go back to their country in Spain. So as they are entering the bus, there's this one nigga who just turned 18 the other month. It's this last month. Yeah, who just turned 18 a month ago. He gets into his pocket. He doesn't have a passport, man. Like, where's my passport? The nigga starts looking. Where's my passport? You know, Lamine Yamal just turned 18 years a month ago. So it means that this nigga, everything her parents were keeping for her. While Barcelona is traveling, her parents, they had to give the official Barcelona his document. But this time round, he has to keep his documents himself because he has turned 18. Okay, he's a grown-up. The nigga just showed us her girlfriend after turning 18. So this nigga, I believe it's the first time for this guy, sorry, when I say nigga, I mean body, okay? It's a body. So this body is the first time that he's keeping for himself his belongings. So the nigga is there. He doesn't have a passport. He searches. My passport has gotten lost. So like the Barcelona officials, they're like, where did you keep the passport? Can you check in your bags? They take off his bag, man. And they're like, and the nigga is still struggling, man. They're like looking inside his bag. They can't find his passport. The nigga can't find his passport. And I don't know how from Spain to Turkey you still need a passport. I don't know how that's happening. If you know how that's happening, like from Turkey to Spain you need a passport, can you tell us in the comment section what if it's a must? I don't know if it's a must for you to have a passport to move from Turkey to Spain, because I still wonder what the nigga doing with the passport. So the nigga had to come down the bus to go and look to his locker room. The nigga cannot find his passport. I don't know if he find it, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe the nigga will remain. Maybe the body. Maybe Lamine Yamal is going to remain in Turkey. So there was this comment that got my attention, that you people need to search on Adagula. You need to search on Andagula pockets. So you know who is Andagula. So if you don't know Andagula is a midfielder for the Turkey. So he was on the field. But on the other side, Gula is a midfielder for Real Madrid. You're connecting the dots from playing to Turkey mid, and then this other side he plays for La Liga for a team called Real Madrid. You all know Real Madrid and Lamine Yamal are like Saturn and heaven. They will never meet. So people are like, you need to search on Andagula pockets. We know Real Madrid very good. These people, they are using Andagula for that Lamine Yamal cannot go back to Spain. They need Lamine Yamal to remain in Turkey. They don't want him in Spain. They need to search on Andagula pockets good because Andagula has the passport. That's crazy. Andagula has the passport. So I was like, hey, Barcelona fans are too heated on this argument. Lamine Yamal just turned 18. He has started keeping his document for himself. Then now he has lost the passport. Then now they are blaming a Real Madrid fan. Sorry, a Real Madrid player who was playing on the field with Lamine Yamal, that he stole the passport for Lamine Yamal for that he cannot go back in Spain and kill them. So that's crazy. So you know, I come from an African home, Kenya, the capital city of Africa, Nairobi. And as an African, if Lamine Yamal parents, like I believe Lamine Yamal, is the father is an African, right? So if it was the mother who is the African, you know, African mothers don't joke. Even if you are 18, even if you are above 18, they don't joke. If the mother was an African and Lamine Yamal, the fathers, you know, fathers don't care, like, you are a man, you need to take care of yourself. Even right here in Africa, fathers are like that. But when it comes to mothers, African mothers, they are worse, but they're gonna kill you. They never joke that you are African mother. So if it was an African mother, if Lamine Yamal was an African mother, let me tell you, Lamine Yamal will never see his passport like this, because you will come, how can you lose your passport? So this is what will happen if Lamine's mother was an African. After he finds the passport and then the mother hears that Lamine lost his passport, first thing when he reaches home, he will have questions to answer. Why did you lose your passport? What were you doing while losing it? Where did you keep it? Why is it only yours got lost? And African mothers don't joke. He will rightly give you mtete show. You know mtete show, like he will ask you some frequent questions. You can answer. It's going to be too harsh on you. African mother is going to be too harsh on you, and like you will never see this passport again. So this is what an African mother, if Lamine mother was an African, this is what he will be doing. Until he knows that Lamine Yamal is now good to take care of his belongings, he will be keeping the passport himself. And then when the Barcelona, all the teams Spain, only the time that Lamine Yamal is traveling, he will be taking the passport herself to the officials of Barcelona club or officials of the Spain club, football club, and this is the passport for Lamine Yamal. Make sure you keep it. Don't give him. When you come back, I'll come it for you. I'll come it for me myself. Okay? Lamine Yamal will never see his passport again. The parents give back to the manager. He comes back to the person who was given after they come from the trip where if Lamine doesn't need to travel, they go for it. That's what African mother will do. Someone is going to say that is a lot of work. African mothers don't joke. They don't see a lot of work in front of them, man. They don't see a lot of work. Yeah, so it will be such crazy. But now Gula. Can you tell me Gula is the one who stole the passport? For that Real Madrid, Lamine Yamal to stop giving Real Madrid sleepless nights. That's crazy, man. Subscribe. It's just a crazy funny story, man, of how Lamine Yamal lost his passport. Yeah, tell me if it was you, what could you do after losing your passport? And tell me, is it Lamine Yamal who is careless, or Gula stole his passport for Kansas Real Madrid? Focus that Lamine Yamal can remain in Turkey, Real Madrid, to stop suffering because of Lamine Yamal. Subscribe.